The news at George Ranch is there's a new site director, and she's a familiar face.
I've lived in the Fort Bend County area for about 30 years and actually only came to Houston for 3 years. So I've fallen in love with it and made it my home. For the past 9 years, I was the director at the Houston Museum of Natural Science in Sugar Land. So some of you may have seen me in stories from there. And really, my role is to serve as a liaison between the George Foundation, by whom I'm employed, and the Fort Bend History Association, who has a management service agreement to work with us on the ranch. Well, it's been kind of interesting. You know, I think we're finding here that there are things that are an upside and a downside, just like everyone else is. Right now, we're using a little bit of the downtime and slower in terms of visitors on the spot, on the place, to do some maintenance and get some things in order. We're way ahead on all of our projects, which is great. We've had pretty good weather up to this week. The negative, of course, for historical sites and museums across the country and around the world is that visitorship is down and people are less comfortable about being out in the public. One of the advantages we have here is that many of our sites are outside. So as we've moved through the pandemic, we're beginning to see a little pickup in the number of people who are coming because they know it's a great outdoor site. But again, one of those negatives, it's hot. So, you know, it's just, it's very, very interesting time to be in the museum world of constantly up and down and kind of checking on things, and what sounds like a good idea one week is then a really bad idea the next week. So just got to roll with it. But it'll be our job going forward to take those fantastic assets and things that people can come and see and actually be in and immersed in, and make them even better. We are shifting a bit to a greater focus on youth education, which is certainly part of the George Foundation's mission and vision, and especially focusing on those students in Fort Bend County. I've told some of my friends, I'm a person who is optimistic, but I also worry. So I know that we need to be watchful and careful during this time of pandemic and dealing with the coronavirus. But I'm hopeful that things will get back to normal, that we will find whatever that new normal is. And we have several very exciting things planned for the park in the next 3 to 5 years. People need to come out. We're a great place to be, lots of wide open spaces, especially wonderful when it gets a little bit cooler, regardless of pandemic. So people will want to come out and see the changes that we're going to make and the things that we're going to add, and hopefully have new attractions on an every 12-month to 18-month basis. So we'll be bringing out new things for people to see.
For Stafford Weekly News, this is Randall Williams.